tunatoa onyo kali tukiwa hapa Malava. Kufikia saa 7 saa 8 mchana huu, kama huyo candidate wako utamleta kwa IEBC, sisi tunaenda kutoa uhusiano na wewe na tubakie peke yetu.
Sababu ukiangalia chama party leader wake Eugene Wamalwa kutoka Trans Nzoia ako na deputy wawili. Deputy party leader wake George Natembea kutoka Trans Nzoia. Mbukusu. Deputy party leader wa pili ni wa Munyinyi Mbukusu.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the backstory. If you're new here, kindly hit the subscribe button and the notification bell down below so that you can be notified whenever we post a new video. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the rift in the united opposition is widening day by night. And the latest information we have is that Eugene Wamalwa, who is the leader of DCP party, has now threatened to leave the united opposition if Rigathi Gachagua's party, which is DCP, does not withdraw its candidate from the upcoming Malava parliamentary seat. So yesterday, the IEBC cleared Seth Panyako to run for the Malava parliamentary seat under DAP Kenya. And this has caused a lot of rift within the united opposition.
Tunatoa onyo kali tukiwa hapa Malava. Kufikia saa 7 saa 8 mchana huu, kama huyo candidate wako utamleta kwa IEBC, sisi tunaenda kutoa uhusiano na wewe na tubakie peke yetu.
Kila wiki wanamwaga pesa hapo, eti wanunue kura zenu, wanunue kiti hiki. Sisi twasema kura hii ni ya kurudisha heshima ya Mluya. Hii kura ya Malava history repeats itself. Munaona hawa wanaume wachache wako hapa. Hata Ruto alete serikali yote hapa Malava, tutawapiga wapi? Chini.
Yaani ukipea hao watu kura, inamaanisha unakubali hiyo mambo yao ya kupunguza pesa ya watoto wa high school na watoto wa primary na waendelee kuipia sisi. Unakubali hiyo?
Now, ladies and gentlemen, just as you've heard from that video, DAP Kenya officials and members feel that DCP is encroaching into their stronghold. And they would want DCP to withdraw their candidate, who is Busiega. While on the other hand, DCP as a political party, whose deputy leader, Cleophas Malala, who also comes from that region, feels like DAP Kenya should confine itself along Trans Nzoia region and not field candidates within Kakamega County.
Ukiangalia chama ambayo imekuja hapa juzi ya DAP, wanasema ati hiyo ndio chama cha Mluya. Ningependa kutofautisha vitu mbili. Iko tofauti ya Mluya kusema chama ni cha Mluya na ni chama ama chama cha Mbukusu. Sababu ukiangalia hiyo chama party leader wake Eugene Wamalwa kutoka Trans Nzoia ako na deputy wawili. Deputy party leader wake George Natembea kutoka Trans Nzoia. Mbukusu. Deputy party leader wa pili ni wa Munyinyi Mbukusu. Secretary General ni Eseli Mbukusu. Yule mzee Noah Wekesa, yeye ni Mbukusu organizing secretary. Nyinyi watu wa Kakamega mko wapi kwa hiyo chama jamani? Na watupatie heshima. Watupatie heshima. Leo hii kule Trans Nzoia Natembea na Eugene Wamalwa na wa Munyinyi wakipoteza kiti kwa Wabukusu kule. Mimi nitatoka hapa niende kwa skimu huko kuwachagulia mbunge kweli? Yaani mnatudarau pa kwa bedroom yetu. Sasa mtafautishe chama ya Waluya na chama ya Wabukusu. And if you are serious, mtuonyeshe mtu hata mmoja wa DAP wa kutoka Kakamega.
So, ladies and gentlemen, what is the conflict here? The conflict here is fielding of candidates in regions that other political parties feel are their strongholds. But let me be the devil's advocate here. I think somehow all these political parties within the united opposition need to sit down and craft a strategy. Because if you look at what has happened as we head into the next by-election, which is supposed to be held in November, I think DCP, which is Rigathi Gachagua's party, has sacrificed more. I'm not voting for them, but I'm looking at it from a wider perspective. Look at what happened in Mbeere. They had to sacrifice and withdraw their candidate so that they could support a candidate from DP party. This has been reflected in other regions as well. Now, ladies, if you look at what has happened to the United Opposition as they head into the next by-elections, which are going to be held in November, it seems like they have not agreed on how to field candidates in these by-elections. DCP, on the other hand, has been able to sacrifice and agreed to support other political parties from different regions. And if they continue to do this going forward, then it means they will be confined to maybe Central Kenya and Rift Valley and Nairobi. But what if they go on with whatever arrangements that they are making right now? Like, take for example, if DCP agrees to withdraw their candidate in Malava, and then some of his supporters or Busiega supporters decide to support the UDA candidate and UDA wins, this will weaken the United Opposition. So they need to do like boardroom kind of agreement so that they conduct joint nominations. By conducting joint nominations, whoever emerges as the winner carries the flag of the United Opposition. But if they get to a point whereby they conduct individual nominations and then other political parties blackmail other parties so that they get their way, then this is not going to hold as we head into 2027 general election. Because look at it, Malala, who is the DCP deputy chair, comes from Kakamega County. And for him, he also needs to flex his muscles from within the region that he comes from. He needs to show that he has influence. He needs to show that he can win seats for his party. And that is why he's also fielding candidates within Kakamega County, within Busia County, and even the entire Western region. And this is in conflict with DCP. So this will reduce their chances of winning seats, because that is what UDA as a political or as a governing party is looking for. They're looking for weaknesses within the United Opposition so that they can capitalize on that. And just as I've said, they need to work on joint nominations, because as it stands, DCP might lose out in other regions because they'll have to compromise so that the United Opposition can stick together. But it will get to a point whereby they'll feel like, why us? Why DCP only? Why is it that other parties cannot sacrifice for their candidates? Because they also have candidates who feel like that they are very strong on the ground and can win seats. So at some point, the United Opposition will have to agree, will have to bite the bullet and agree on a formation or on a way in which they are going to fill their candidates ahead of 2027. Because if they don't sort out this at this point, then by the time we are getting to the next general election, then it will be blown up in such a way that they might not control. Because imagine a situation whereby we have all these aspiring members of parliament, MCAs and all that, trying as much as possible to get that ticket. So if they will be shortened by other political parties, then they will run to the friendly political parties, and in this case you'll find that someone in DCP will run to DAP Kenya or even to Wiper Party, and this will in a way reduce their chances of winning seats in the parliamentary and the county assemblies. So this is not only affecting the united opposition, this might affect ODM and even UDA as well, because like yesterday I had ODM member of parliament accusing UDA of interference in the upcoming by-election in Kasipul Kabondo. Some of them feel like there is the hand of UDA that is being felt. They feel like UDA is pushing or fielding candidates through proxies, whereby these candidates are sponsored to vie independently as independent candidates. So this will create a lot of chaos. But just as I said, they need to work on a plan as we head into 2027 general elections. So ladies and gentlemen, we'll keep monitoring what's going on in Western Kenya, and we'll keep you guys posted on the latest development. But if you are new here, kindly hit the subscribe button and the notification bell down below so that you can be notified whenever we post a new video.